Okay, guys, let's just start this one out with a total disaster. 10 minutes left on the clock here. We'll make this one quick. This is going to be a boring video probably, so just skip it. But if you want to see the little disaster, it's right here. It's not like anything horrible, but basically meant to take Ayuk right here with my second pick because best player on the board. And I had Smith queued up to go around this way. Somehow I accidentally selected Smith, and looking, he had McCaffrey there. There was very little chance Ayuk was coming back around, so he got taken as expected. And I decided to take Kelsey because I just never take Kelsey in any of my other drafts, and so why not just change it up now that you kind of went a little funny. These are some tournaments, and they're uh, this one was I don't think it has a cost on here. I think there's like $3 and $1 and $5 ones, and I'm not sure what else there are. But almost everything goes to first place in these ones, which means you need to have a total outlier of a team. So I'm going to go extreme with these. I decided to take Kelsey here with the hopes of getting Mahomes on the way back and trying to do some kind of crazy KC stack. Of course, that's no longer in the works. So this team, not super excited about at this point in time, basically. Not sure what route to take here. I have Higgins queued up right here. He is the third best player based on ADP. Best player based on the ranks that I have. You could go, either of these players here. Not a tight end at this point in time. As I'm looking at how these ADPs line up, maybe it's not best to take a tight end early on in these drafts. There's always going to be a tight end available at the end, and if there's no values, right, you just kind of be like, okay, I'll take whoever I want, knowing that I get any tight end on the way back if I don't care which tight end I get. It also might make sense to take. Let's see where Allen went in the draft. He went here. Yeah, so that kind of doesn't work out a whole lot. I was going to say if Allen, maybe it makes sense to take, Allen here, knowing you get Kincaid on the way back around or something like that. I don't know what Allen's ADP is exactly. Let's take a look, I guess. 35, 12, 24. So it would be way ahead of ADP to take Allen here. These might get filled up though, and maybe if your player is not available early on over here, you just go, you know what? I'll take Allen, and then when does Kincaid is 50, which is 12, 24, 36, 48. If you take Allen with one of these picks over here, do you take Kincaid on the way here, or do you risk him coming back this way? Maybe it depends on how many tight ends are available and what else has happened. But maybe it's an interesting play if there's nothing else you like. I will keep that in mind for one of these drafts. And these get filled up relatively quick. So if you're not one of the teams that does something like that, are there many other teams that have Allen all over here and somehow get Kincaid to go all the way back around? I don't know how many are like that. So maybe I'll do that in one of them. Probably will. Maybe. We'll see. But we're going to go Higgins here. I'm trying to go extreme with these because all the money's going to first place, basically. And so why not do extreme things and see what happens? Higgins maybe is a little bit more of the extreme play of these two that are available, of the top two receivers, just because Cincinnati is playing who in week 17? They are playing, let's see here. They are playing Denver in week 17, and there'll be a lot of Denver players later on, so I can try to stack this game up with some low-end talent in Cincinnati and then Denver if I want to go that route, considering my hardcore Chiefs stack isn't going to come to fruition. Might try that again, though, if I get one of these picks, take Kelsey again early and see if I can get Holmes to come all the way around, because his ADP is around here. But we're going to go Higgins and We're gonna see if we can get like a Cincinnati Denver thing going, and then like a Dallas Philly thing going as we go through this. Maybe going extreme and hoping that we just put together a team that maybe isn't the best on paper, but has like some crazy correlations for week 17 to make it past everyone else and win the big prize. Probably not the way to do it, but we'll try to have fun doing it. Drafting Higgins and just kind of peeved that we didn't go and take Ayuk like we wanted to. Draft. There we go. Next one here. This is just one of our slow sit and goes that we got. Another one, another one here that annoying stuff happened on this one. Yeah. Took Gibson here. Long story short, I should have just reached on Bryce Young here because I was kind of setting up a Carolina thing, but I'm too tied to ADP, and that's one of the things I got to not do anymore. Took Gibson here thinking that, okay, I'll get Bryce Young on the way here, and then I'll get another quarterback on the way here, which was not smart because I didn't have any other New England players. So why did I care about making sure I got Gibson to pair with May? Hunter fell, so it kind of worked out for New England here. But Bryce Young was the player that I think I really wanted here. And I could have gotten, if I really wanted to, gotten any one of these running backs on the way back too. Tracy, Herbert. I think some other ones fell further, if I'm mistaken. Maybe not. Thought they did. Oh, yeah, Bryce Irving all the way down here. No, sorry, not Bryce. Bucky Irving. Bryce Young. Bucky Irving, right? So I played this one bad. Then I took May here, and I was then like, okay, I'll take Henry here. I'll get May here if he falls, and then on the way back around, I'll get Bo Nix. And this guy sniped me on Bryce Young here, not sniped P, whatever they call it when you take him right after. Bryce Young here, and then sniped me on Bo Nix. So kind of two horrible drafts in a row. This is just when things go wrong over and over again, is what this one is basically. I have I guess lessons learned, and with these are, it's a buck, whatever, it's a dollar lesson. I better just learn from it eventually, I guess, right? On this team here, I have 14 players already. 1, 2, I got 3. I got 4 wide receivers that are not week 14. Okay, so I can do it on the 14th if I want to. Basically, there's how many rounds left? This is round 17, so I got 3 picks left. No, 4 picks left. 17, 18, 19, 20, 4 picks left is what I got. Should show, yeah. And so I'm gonna be going one more QB to pair to give me 3 QBs to go Drake May, Jalen Hurts, and some other trashy QB. And then 2 wide receivers guaranteed, and then maybe if like Shipley falls to me at the very last pick, I'll take him, or maybe a 3rd tight end. I don't need one. I got 2 good tight ends. So basically 2 wide receiver to QB, and then the last pick's up for grabs a little bit. I got only 5 running backs on this one, but my first 2 are Kenneth Walker, Zamir White, and then I got Chase Brown and Kendre Miller here, and then Gibson. So I feel like if there's a time to only go with like 5 running backs, it's builds like this where you just have a bunch of solid pieces, or builds where you even higher, better studs up here. So we might get a 6th one. We might just keep it at 5. With that 20th pick, we'll kind of do whatever we feel like doing. When we look at ADP here and look at all the players, there's a lot of QBs here. I'm just going to dare these guys to take another QB. If they don't, I think they'll make it all the way around because everyone else has already stolen all the QBs. So I'm going to dare people to take them. Watch, they will. And with that, it's between Wilson and McCaffrey if we're going based on ADP. And I think they're both fine picks. They're both past where they're at. They're both past where I've been able to get them in other drafts. And there's nothing really else that I want or need. This team here that's last has Daniel. So if I don't take McCaffrey here. I'm probably not getting him on the way back. This team has 8. This team has 7. They both only have 1 tight end each. So I could see them both taking no wide receivers potentially. And if that's the case, then I end up with 2 pretty good wide receivers at these last 2 picks of Luke McCaffrey and Michael Wilson, if things go according to plan. So that's what we're going to do, and just kind of see if we get lucky. We'll just queue up Wilson as well there, just for fun, to see if it happens. We'll go Luke McCaffrey here, because if we go Wilson first, who's the higher ADP, I don't think McCaffrey makes it back, because again, the guy there. So we'll go Wilson first, and then we'll see what happens from there. I'll go McCaffrey first, see what happens from there. Just garbage picks. 18-19, here's what we got on this one. On this one here, I already got 3 QBs. I think there's another one. I feel like let's see who my QBs are on this one. Yeah, I was getting, okay, so I'm getting screwed over on all these ones in some way. Something's just not going right. I mean, whatever, it's not the end of the world on here, but I had Devontae Adams on this one, and I had the other tight end, and Bowers, yeah. So I got the 2 top targets on Las Vegas, and I wanted to monopolize the Las Vegas QBs here, just to make it 3 like essentially QBs, and Love, and then Levis, and then both the Las Vegas guys, of course. Someone had to take the other Las Vegas quarterback ahead at ADP, right, all the way over here. I was thinking that he'd easily fall to me here. So kind of stinks. If you ask me which one I want, I think I want O'Connell in the end anyways. I feel like, I mean, maybe if I'll just say if the Las Vegas players are hitting on all cylinders and Minshew starts with the job, maybe he just keeps it the whole season. So let's just hope that's the case for the sake of this team. But there's other teams where I got O'Connell and not Minshew, so whatever. And I do have Love and Levis on this one. So hopefully Love kind of brings it home here on this team here. I queued up a bunch of players to just draft at the end here. I've like never drafted these Giants, and I've never drafted Claypool, and he's moving up in ADP. He's got an interesting little blurb on him. But I do have neighbors on this team, and so I think it's a good excuse to just kind of pack in some more Giants that I just never draft anyways, and just hope that if that one of them is hitting every week, or potentially hitting every week, especially if they do better than expected. I don't need a tight end. Like I don't really need another QB with 3 on here. No QBs essentially left on this one anyway. So I'm just sticking with 3 at this point in time. And again, this is one of those teams where I went hardcore running back on this team here. And then I got Spears over here too. So I have 3, and then I have Charbonnet and Vidal. So I could stick with 5 on this team too, or I could take a 6th one at the very end if I wanted to. I don't know what the last pick depends on what wide receiver maybe is there. But I definitely need wide receivers on this team, potentially more than running backs. I need these players to hit, and then I just need my running backs to fill in where they can, type of thing. For the most part, I mean, sorry, I need to hit my wide receivers to fill in where they can. So I think we're going to go 2 Giants, just because I don't draft them that much. It kind of correlates with one of my higher picks, Giants also. And I don't have another week 11 guys, so I can afford to just have a bunch of week 11 wide receivers. These are low picks anyways, doesn't matter. But we're going to go Slayton and Hyatt here in this one. Why not? And where are they? Are they the top 2 on ADP? No, they're not. Are they close? Javon Baker, then Slayton, then Hyatt. What's funny is I got Jones on some teams, and I can never get them when I have Jones, but now that I don't got him, now I can get these players. How annoying is that? Oh well. We'll just take them in order, Slayton and Hyatt. Actually, we'll take them Hyatt and Slayton. Hyatt, and then Slayton. Last one. Okay, this is another one of the tournaments. Again, big money, the first place guy, nothing for everyone else, essentially. I have 2 Detroits and a New Orleans here. I missed out on the 49ers on this one. Oh well, it's okay. just trying to maybe like pair this game here. The week 17 game is Detroit versus San Francisco, but I don't have that going right now. I'll find some 49ers later on or something like that and try to do something there probably. With this pick here, I got 3 players queued up. I just got Higgins in another draft. I got Higgins a lot. We got Pickens and Kurt were the other ones that I queued up. Higgins is top there based on rank. We got Jackson here as the highest ADP or best based on ADP. You can see that like everyone's just basically taking based on ADP in this draft for the most part. I guess I'll be a culprit over here too if I take Pickens, but that's what I'm going to take is Pickens in this one. I think Pickens could be one of those boom or bust players, which is what you want if you're trying to win it all. And you got to go up against a lot of other players, and you just need a lot of luck on your side. They're going up against KC in Week 17 as well, so you hope that it's a high-scoring game because of that. You never know, but you hope it is. And also, it opens up some fun plays later on as far as if Fields is there at the end, gives you a reason to maybe take some of the other pass catchers or running backs for Pittsburgh as well. I don't have a running back, so I can maybe load up on some of those players. I do have one tight end, and if I took like Frymuth here, that'd be a good 2 tight end build. Maybe the 20th round if Johnson's there, I take Johnson, make it a 3 tight end build or something like that, possibly. But I think Pickens makes the most sense in this one. You could say Higgins. I could take Higgins as well because they're playing well, again, we said Denver before, and Denver is an interesting team to play at the end. There's a lot of Denver players you can stack with, but I'll take the one that is getting drafted a little earlier because I haven't really taken Pickens in any of the drafts, or just like one, I think, total. So this just be the second draft total I've ever taken them in, and I got an excuse to basically here, I think. So we'll do it, and with that. Those are our drafts. Hopefully you didn't stay till the end here. If you did, I'm sorry with that piece.